If you're watching this video on a Friday, then firstly, let me say Happy Independence Day to all my American viewers. You are the Horus to my British Heresy. Now, in today's video, I'm feeling very, very foily because a brand new Caronom book has come out, and inside of that book, there's potential hints to some models that I've been talking about on this channel, the rumourverse, the whispers, everything like that. So we're going to jump in, we're going to talk about some of those funky things inside of that book. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So the book in question is in the background right now. It's called Void Exile. It's a Caronons, aka the Space Sharks. It's all about them. It's written by Robbie McNiven. Now, I am going to talk about certain characters and certain things inside of this, not the story, but if you consider the things I'm talking about maybe spoilerific, then it's probably best if you leave the video now if you don't want to be spoiled about certain elements inside of this book. Also, a huge shout out to a chap called Tyler over my Discord server for putting me on to this book. It's been an absolute great listen so far over on Audible. And of course, since this video is going to talk about rumours, remember, rumours are all rumours. Anything that I'm about to speak about, take as lies, not facts. Rumours are rumours. They are not real. Well, until Games Workshop announce it over on their Warhammer community website or over their social media feeds. But please, rumours are rumours. So the first thing I want to talk about is the character Vashtorr. Vashtorr is in this book, and there's been so much talk about Vashtorr in the narrative recently. Of course, we had the big Arcs of Omen ending to 9th edition, which went into 10th edition, which brought the Lion back, Angron back, everything that went down on that, and Vashtorr being basically established as one of these big major characters now in the current 40k narrative. Since then, it's kind of gone quiet. Yes, we've learned that he's gone to the Prior Nexus. He's currently there with the Silent King. He's currently there with Belisarius Call, and potentially some other big characters maybe heading there as well. But in this book, he's definitely in there, and he's one of the bad guys fighting against the Caronons. Now, something that is mentioned in this book, which again I've been talking about for a while now in the rumourverse, is that Vashtorr supposedly is going to get some of his own unit on the tabletop, so he has his own little mini army. I'm not saying it's going to be a full army, but a little mini army of models that follow him around and basically serve Vashtorr. And this is where the foil is overtaking me, because inside of this book, there's a unit that keeps being mentioned, and that unit is called the Forge Guard. And I think deep down in my foily brain that this unit may be connected to the rumor unit that I've been talking about, you know, literally Vashtorr's own forces. It would make sense that Vashtorr had his own bodyguard stuff. I know a lot of people have been saying that, well, wouldn't that just be like Dark Mechanicus and stuff like that? Yes and no. Vashtorr's a little bit different. Vashtorr's his own thing. He's his own personality. He has his own goals, his own achievements. So he's got to build literally his own creations to serve him. Fully 100% dedicated to him. So I definitely can see Games Workshop maybe making models like that. But in this book, there's definitely reference now to a unit called the Forge Guard. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Maybe the foil is leading me astray. But connections are slowly being founded in this book, and it's looking very, very spicy. And if you think I've gone completely off the books with a foil on that one, then embrace yourself for this one, because there's so many references inside of this book with Caronon Primaris Marines, not Firstborn, Primaris Marines, all wearing mixed armor. Yes, mixed armor. I know it's probably not that big of a thing, but the big rumor that I literally just talked about, I think on Rumor Monday this week, if I'm not mistaken, is that one of the big rumors I'm hearing that there's going to be a mixed armor squad coming out for Space Marines. What does that mean? Like this new tactical type of squad. A lot of people have given me like theories, and they're taking it. Is it going to be like, you know, plasma cannons, las cannons inside there? I don't really know the rules. I don't really know the loadout. But one of the things that I have heard through the whispers is that it's going to look like basically Primaris Marines with mixed matched Firstborn armor on them. Just like basically a new scale of Firstborn armor, but on Primaris Marines. And in this book, book, like I said, there's so many references to them wearing that, you know, certain like Mark V studs and everything. So maybe, just maybe, this is also a link to that going forward of a brand new Space Marine unit that we're probably going to see around the time of the 11th edition launch, which for people who haven't been following, that's going to be summer 2026, around that time. And we need to go deeper on this, because if we take the front cover of the new Caronom book, this is where the foil has really bedded itself inside of me. If you look at the shoulder pad, he is wearing a studded shoulder pad, a Mark V studded shoulder pad. Is this a hint, potentially, to the future of brand new mixed armor marks for Primaris Marines going forward? Is it just artistic license? Who the hell knows? But the stuff like this, connecting to the rumors that I've been hearing now for a while, this is the stuff that really, really excites me, that gets me going, that makes me want to make videos like this and absolutely just waffle along, predicting, talking rumors about everything that's coming out for Space Marines. It's just exciting times, right? Again, I keep saying this, we are literally on the peak of a brand new wave of Space Marine launches. I know a lot of people don't like that. Where's my Dark Eldar Valrak? My Leagues of Votan? Trust me, there's a lot of stuff coming. Next edition for Dark Eldar players, you're going to absolutely be just loving it. Let's just say that, loving it. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. Little bits of remarks in here about mixed armor squads. I personally think it's a hint to things to come, and I think this is literally the foundations being laid now for these brand new models that we're going to see during the 11th edition box set launch. As I mentioned at the start, so far this book has been absolutely incredible. The Space Sharks are such a brutal chapter. They're probably one of the most brutal chapters, loyalist brutal chapters that the Space Marines have. Of course, you put Flesh Tearers into there, Executioners into there. There's a bunch of other super ultra violent Space Marine chapters, but these chapters are definitely at the top of this, and the author is knocking it out the park. I recommend this book to anyone who's a fan of not only Space Marines, but of definitely Space Sharks. I think you're going to absolutely love this book. I will do a full spoiler review probably sometime next week when I've read the book, for people who are interested in that. So yeah, take a look for that next week somewhere and have a look out for it, because I'll definitely get around to doing that. But on that note, I'm done. I'm finished. It's Friday. Happy 4th of July. Go and have some barbecue. Go and have some hot dogs. And think about the traitorous actions that you did to King George. The British will never forget. This is why we invented Warhammer, right? You didn't pay your taxes, so what we did, we came up with an elaborate plan to make a sci-fi genre game that would get you Americans addicted all the way in the future. And then, when you got addicted, we raised the prices to ship to America. Either way, the crown gets its payments. Remember that, Americans. Remember that.